Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Foundabout, which is one of the newer released tangles from Zentangle. All right. This is an organic tangle, a vining type of tangle, meaning it can grow as far as you want it to grow. It's a lot of fun. All right. It starts off, and I'm going to do this one on. I like to do this one on the diamond, on the point. So it starts wherever you want, and we're just going to go right on the edge here with a curved line, and then coming back on that curved line like so. And you can have a lot of fun with the width. That's hard to say. With the width of this section right here, depending on how you want to decorate it. So you can have fun with that. All right, so you have one set, and then we're going to come off of this set, this one. Same idea. Sometimes I'll do the one and then decide, well, which way do I want this one? I think I'll have it come behind like that. And then just continuing up as far as you want to go. You could make them smaller as you go taller. I'm not having any plan, which is perfect for Zentangle. No plan is good. No plan is a good plan, only in the Zentangle. All right, so once you have this set, and you can have this curve if you want to, completely up to you. Then, on the underside of what we've just done, and we'll call this a stem for now, you're going to make, it can be a curvy line, it can be just, a C shape, it's up to you. I'm going to come off of this a little bit. There we go. Kind of if I looked at it upside down, kind of a hill. Or kind of flying saucer shaped, as somebody on our session tonight said. We had a lot of fun with this, by the way, on our Tangle Time session. I will show you my results. And then, so just focusing on the underside of these, work your way up. And something too, they don't have to meet. Turn it this way. They don't have to meet here. They can come out a little bit. They can come out a little bit further. Completely up to you. I am just working on not thinking about it and just doing whatever my hand wants it to do, because sometimes thinking too much just causes problems. All right. Then, and I don't want to set it up as a tricky spot, but the one thing that we have to do on this next step is you have to start from the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a nice curved line on top of the stem, but we're going to go behind what's above it. Okay? So using the Foundabout technique, and if you don't know what that is, here's how it works. Like I said, I'm going to draw a curved line all the way here. But when I come to what I've already drawn, I pick up my pen, travel it over, put it down on the other side, and continue on. Try to do this in the same thought process. And a lot of times, if you notice, I air drew it. So I was like, okay, here I know where I'm going to go. And that way then I can do it. It makes it look like one more of a continuous line if you do it in that one thought versus, oh, I'm just going to do this and then, take a break and then, or like come from this side up here. It just works a lot better if you make it one continuous thought. Okay. And so this is also why we're going to work from the bottom and work our way up, because if we do it the other way, it's things aren't going to work. Now, here's a little secret that I have been doing, is putting my finger over these so I don't get them confused, and I can just focus on this one. Like, this is done. Just focusing here. last. Close. All right. Well, and depending on how small, you can't really put your finger in. Oh, wait, that's because I'm coming this way. Like that. Oh, and see, sometimes it gets tricky like here because these are kind of close together. So there's not much I'm going to aura, but I am going to put a little line. Because as I say, it's what makes it convincing. And it would go right there. And it does, I believe it really makes a difference. And then this last one is an easy one. And that's it. That is all there is to it, except for how you might want to decorate this. Interesting thing with this tangle. There are so many different ways that you can take it and take a look at it. I'm just going to do shading on here, and then we can, then I'll show you some thoughts and some examples to, give you some ideas on how you might want to. Which one is that? Oh, I think that's purple. Okay. On how you might want to finish it off. All right. Pencil. See, when it's Tangle Time Day, I just scatter my whole desk. Even worse with pens. All right. Here's what I'm going to... And on top of it, there's several ways that you could shade it. So I'm going to see this here. Usually, we go where we tuck in, right? So like this is tucked into that. Let me just start with that. Because I think that will make a lot more sense. And where's my favorite tortillon? I have this other one that's a little thicker. Well, let's just use this one. See, and we could do that. And you know me, well, if you've been watching, I like to do some of these things in stages. Whoops. And then focusing, it's like making sure I'm getting the right part. Yeah, because this is tucking into there. And I'm kind of just doing a back and forth motion just to soften up that line, give it a little gradient. Okay, so you see how that has, is in there like that. What's interesting about this tangle, actually, because there's so many different ways you can view it. Now, this part is also tucked behind. Actually, I could probably just use what's left on the tortillon for that. There, and actually right, if I can get that there, and right here. So it's almost like this is something that is folded and is tucking in this side and hiding behind on the other side. That's one way you can look at it. Can also look at it this way. Well, and I mentioned this could look like a cup, and that's how I'm going to take it. So I'm just going to put graphite, even though I've already done that middle section. We're going to just continue it. And then trying to make it look like it's all connected there. As if I didn't do it in 2 stages. Oh, and then, yes, up here, we have to continue that whole idea. And it's neat. And then, we could add... Oh, maybe a little here. I'm just going to use what's left on my tortillon. I can probably bring this out a little bit. Doesn't have to be. And actually, that kind of separates this piece from this piece. Oh, let me. It's just neat. And that is it, plain and simple. Now, actually, let me show you something from a while ago. So when this was announced to us, I took Zentangle does a seminar called Zen Again for certified teachers, kind of like a master class, and that's where they introduce this. And here's what I want to show you. So a couple ideas. So this one, and I'll put it here. So this I did a little bit different shape on the bottom, and then we did like a crescent moon on the inside. So one circle filled in or at a couple times on both sides. It kind of makes it look like an avocado, as one of my friends said. And then also we aura'd the entire thing. See how neat that looks when you aura it. If you're not happy with what you've done, give the exterior an aura, and see if that makes a difference. It usually does. So I just want to show that. But here's the other thing that I wanted to point out. So here we made this look like this is some kind of cupped thing. Here, that original stem, as we called it, looks like if this was a plant, like a main vein. It sticks out, and this part is just kind of folded underneath it, sort of, and it just has an interesting look. Another way that you could decorate it is here I had that center part, the stem's wider, as you can see, filled it with orbs, and of course filled in the back, the little gaps. I decorated with a little curvy line and some little things coming out the end of it, just for fun. So those are a couple ideas. So then at our session today, I duplicated sort of the putting the orbs in the center, but I used this on a prepped tile, and had a lot of fun with it. It does look like peas in a pod or something, but just a really, really neat. I don't know. It's different than that. It's always different. This one I did do an aura, put some curly cues on the outside, and then had fun with some color, and I added some curly cues on the end, some bigger ones because I think they're neat. Added some what we've been calling fancy fescue inside, and this one inspired by my friend Diane, because as I was doing it, here's what I did. I had seen several people put lines on one side, and I'm like, ooh, that looks neat. So I thought, well, I'm going to put them on this front side. So I did. How many did I do? 1, 2, 3, like 4 lines from here, and all of a sudden it transpired in my head, and it was just like, oh, I know what this is, and I know I have to do this for my friend Diane, because I could picture it flipped over, and my friend is a member of the Red Hats, and I'm like, oh, this looks like a bunch of red hats. I don't know if you can see it in the. Sometimes my camera, the color's a little off, but it's red and purple. And so I just thought that is so funny. We came up with all kinds of interesting things on what these ended up looking like. And if you would like to see that, go to my website. Link is in the description, and subscribe to my blog, so that way when I send out the recap, you will be able to see what we did. And just absolutely amazing fun. If you enjoyed this, I hope you did. I would love to have you click like. Feel free to share it and leave comments. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. In the description section, I will have a link to my version of the Step Out. This has not been, when Zentangle puts out a tangle, they'll usually, to the general community, they will put it on a newsletter. I haven't seen it on a newsletter yet, and usually they have gorgeous artwork on there. And I usually share something from the originator of the tangle, but I don't have anything. So you will just see my version of the Step Out. Here, most everybody has, a tablet or a cell phone. Zentangle has an app, and it's called Mosaic. So if you go to your app store and search for Zentangle Mosaic, you can download that. It has a paid features and free features. So you should be able to search. I have to go back and double check. You should be able to search. And if you can't, you can just delete the app, right? And if you put in hashtag Foundabout or any tangle, then you'll see the tangles that people have posted. as long as they've put in that hashtag, right? But that way you can get some, extra inspiration, not only for this tangle, but for a lot of other ones. There's just some beautiful, beautiful things on there. And I think this is the first time I've mentioned it because it occurred to me today. It's like, we should let people know about that if you didn't know already. So in the description section, my version of the step out. Then below that, again, link to my website. If you happen to be on Facebook and want to join in on some tangling fun with a bunch of Tangle addicts, we would love to have you join our private Facebook group. There are, I think I have 4 statements on there. I have 2 required questions of those to gain entry, just so you know. And we have a lot of fun. On my website, you'll see the classes I offer. So if you would like to take part in something like this, I do the on Thursday, Tangle Time. It's free. It will be forever free. And I'll do them as long as I am physically able to, because it's just so much fun. But it's an hour. I do them twice a day, twice on Thursday, and we do the same tangle. So there's a lot of people that will come back for the second one as well because, I want to try something different, and it's just a lot of fun. Also on my site, you will see, I do have some paid classes as well as a membership club. So if you really enjoy this, if you enjoy me and the content that I provide, then it's a pretty good deal to do the membership club. So check it out while you're there. And with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.